champion of the world, from Omaha, Nebraska.
In favor of the winner, remaining undefeated, proving he is one of the elite champions of the sport.
The fight, it is over. Canelo gets the knockout. Deontay Wilder has eradicated Dominic Brazil. He is the...
Yo, you know what this is, man. This is your favorite channel, man. This CTB. It's Chin Boxing. I'm your boy, Jay Slay. So what up to him, man?
What's up, everybody? Remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification button, comment. Let's keep this channel growing. You know why? Because we love boxing and you love boxing.
Most definitely. Let me tell you guys every show, we appreciate you guys for watching. We highly advise you to subscribe to our channel, man. We drop content like this every week. And to our day ones, man, you know, we appreciate you guys. Put a like, comment. If you're a day one, you should be putting a like on every video anyway. But if you're not, come on, man. You're a day one, you're supposed to be putting a like on the video. With that being said, what are we talking about today, bro?
Wilder and Fury, man, it was an epic night. Let's give a breakdown of the fight and our thoughts on the fight.
Most definitely. Yeah, man. It was a great fight. It was one of those fights that even though we chose the winner wrong, even though I am a Wilder fan, we are Wilder fans. There was a loss that we, as fans, we can still be proud of him for doing. He went out on the shield. He made a good account of himself. As far as we know, there was all fair play involved. We didn't see anything that would make us think there was any foul play. Other than the dirty tactics in the ring, but we knew that was going to happen. We knew it was going to be a lot of holding and headbutts and shit like that. We saw that coming, but it's part of boxing. You can't avoid that. But other than that, man, it was a great fight, man. So yeah, I'm gonna start with you. I'm gonna ask you a question, y'all. The first question I got to you is, what's your assessment of Wilder, and what do you think was his biggest flaw in this fight?
His biggest flaw to me was his stamina. I think his game plan was great. I think if his stamina was on point, I think he would have came out the winner last night. I think the thing that killed him was around the fourth round. You can see that he didn't have any legs anymore, and I don't know if it was because of the weight gain or what. You know, most likely it was because of the weight gain, because he came in at 238. He seemed to be a little bit slower, and you know, and Fury came in with a great game plan, man. He pretty much took his time in the beginning part of the fight, because you know Wilder power was dangerous from round 1 to 12, but the back end of the fight, you know, the power would be a little bit, you know, less severe. So he kind of just paced himself, and then he waited to the second half of the fight to turn it on. So I guess pretty much he figured that, you know, Wilder would get tired the second half of the fight, because he was, you know, carrying that extra 15 pounds, because he's normally, other than his last two fights, he weighs about 222, 223, 218 in that range. So to be 238, it was probably a little too much weight for him, or he maybe didn't get, adjusted to the weight, you know, in that one fight.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. In my honest opinion, I think Deontay Wilder, he fell into the same trap that Anthony Joshua fell into 2 weeks ago. Anthony Joshua fell into the trap of Usyk when he tried to outbox Usyk, and he tried to outmaneuver and outjab and outfeint Usyk. Usyk was the smaller man, so Joshua had to use his strengths, which was to bully the boxer. You're the bigger man. It's kind of vice versa with this fight, but it's the same thing. Wilder was a smaller man in this fight. But it is the power puncher in this fight. Tyson Fury is the bigger man. So Tyson Fury, he pretty much did the same exact thing in this fight that he did in the second fight. He came forward, he leaned on a hill when he needed to, and he threw punches when he needed to. Knowing that was going to happen, in my honest opinion, I thought Wilder was going to be more on his foot and be more patient. To me, his biggest downfall was he came out too aggressive too early. From the start, for the starting bell, he was throwing nothing but hard shots, all to the body, which was a great move. But for all that muscle, like you said, like you made a point of, all the extra weight, all the extra muscle, it ain't fat. Fat, you know what I'm saying? Fat breathes oxygen. You can move when you do your cardio with fat. But when you have extra muscle, that takes extra blood, and that extra blood takes extra oxygen. So with Wilder coming out so aggressive so early, it pretty much it wore him down, in my honest opinion. Before Fury even had to get the chance to hold on to him, before Fury even got the chance to wrap him up, he was already burning his bridge already, like from the opening bell. I think even watching it live, even I was telling you, he's starting to look slow already. Like from the second round on, he was already slowing down. I was like, yo, Wilder already, he looked slow, like he looked too big. I was saying that from like the whole fight. I was like, yo, he looked too slow. This is not a natural weight for him. So with that being said, did you see it going a different way if Wilder came in a smaller weight and was more agile, or you think the fight would have turned out the same either way? Excuse me.
It's like a catch-22 to me because of the fact that I think if he come in at a smaller weight, he would have been more calculated. He would have been faster. I think Fury would have had to been a little bit more careful because he would have been more quick and been more explosive. But the problem with that is Fury would have used the same tactic he used for this fight, and that would have been trying to, kind of rush him, try to tie him up, put his weight on him. So if he had a problem at 238 with that weight, what would have been, the outcome if he was 218? Now, he probably could have landed that big shot, what I'm saying, maybe easier if he was 218 because, like you said, he was a lot faster and quicker and more agile. So it was catch-22 because I think it would have gave him a better shot at landing that big punch and putting Fury to sleep for good. And he would have had more power and stamina in the later rounds. But he would have had to deal with, Fury tactics of the holding, the pushing down the head, the leaning on him with his weight. And it was a lot for 238. So I can imagine how he would have dealt with it at around 218, 220.
I slightly disagree with you on this one. I don't think he should have came in at 218. I think he should have came in at around the 220 range, 225 range. As far as the Tyson Fury holding goes, he could have. I think you don't need to put on weight to adapt to that. What you need to do is work on fundamentals, work on your clinch game. Not fight the clinch per se. Like if Fury on your neck, you know what I'm saying. We said this when Wilder went down on the knees a couple of times. You do that, you drop to the knee. It's not going to be considered a knockdown because he clinched you down. So you fall with the weight. That way you conserve your energy. What I was saying about he fell into the same trap as AJ, that is what I was basically getting to. If Wilder would have stayed at a comfortable weight and used his gifts, Wilder as a heavyweight, Wilder has the gifts to be very explosive, very, very fast for his size, and he has long range, really, really long range. You saw in the beginning, in the very first round, at that pace Wilder was at 225, he could have maintained that pace longer. Maintaining that pace and doing that same game plan would have kept Fury at bay. Putting that body work on Fury was reluctant to get inside. Fury was actually on the back foot the whole first round because of that body work. At 225, at Wilder at 225, who has faster feet and has faster punches and more crisper punches, would have got Fury out of there early if Fury was having that much issue with it. But I just think Wilder had the right game plan. He just had the wrong physique. The physique that he came in with did not match the game plan that I thought he would have had in play. I thought he was going to have a more inside game plan. Like I thought he was going to be more so trying to clinch with Fury and beat him to the body on the inside. But when he came in the beginning rounds and bounced on the outside, that killed all his energy.